Good day, mate. I'm just going to show you how to fix the leak from one of the joining nipples on your triple countertop. This would also apply if you had a double countertop. The tools you'll need is a Phillips screwdriver. To make it quicker, I'm just going to use that one. And then you'll need some thread tape. So the first thing you need to do is disconnect the unit from the pipe, which you can probably do at your diverter valve or here, or remove the diverter valve from the tap, and so the unit's loose. It'll have water in it, so you'll need to turn it upside down and open the housings. It's much easier to work with if you're just working with the top cap part. So these housings that are full of water, you can put off to one side, and it's easier if you just work with that. If you find that this gets in the way, you can just move it off to the side, and then you want to undo all the screws, because you've got to remove the whole plate regardless of where the leak is. Now, whichever one's leaking, let's say it's between that one there, you basically want to undo the side that's leaking, but it doesn't always come off on the side that you want. So you've got to unscrew that, and then you also need a spanner or a pliers or something just to hold that firm while you unscrew that side. Now, typically these leaks are caused by just not having enough thread tape. We try not to put too much thread tape on, because that can put pressure on the port over time. So you probably just want to go, if there's no thread tape on at all, it means whoever's assembled your system has forgotten. So then you'd need to put 8 or 9 laps on. But if you see some thread tape there already, then you just put 4 or 5 laps on. Screw it back in again. Just be careful not to cross thread it. So you want to get the thread straight in before you do it. There we go. And then you just have to reassemble what we've taken apart. Okay, now we can reassemble. The same applies to this part here. If you were to find that that was to leak at any point, you just unscrew that, put a few laps of thread tape, same again, careful not to cross thread it. Okay, now we want to put the filters back in the order they came off. Typically the water goes through the sediment filter first, then whatever filter you had in the second, could be a hollow fiber, could be a heavy metals carbon block, and then normally the carbon block is last, maybe a standard one, maybe a silver one, and then finally it shouldn't leak once you hook it up again. A trick with these systems is if you find the water drips out of there for quite a while after use, it's because there's air in the top of these housings, and air expands more than water. So if you want to stop that dripping, you hold it upside down over your sink and run water through it until you've purged all the air out the system. So if you tilt the system like that and run the water through slowly, you'll find that at some point the air will all be released through there and it'll be totally full of water. Then you turn it around and you can start using it. The water will be filled to the top on each of those housings, so it won't drip after it's been used. There we go. Thank you.